there, my name is Kelly Dale, and I'm owner of Off the Beaten Path, which is located in Forest City, North Carolina. For today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to make a new stretch bracelet that's really easy and fun to make. Now, for the video, you're going to need two colors of a 6mm round glass bead. Now, this is what I'm going to be using for the video. After you see how it's done, you can kind of use any round bead that you'd like to use, but for the video today, I'm going to be using two colors of a 6mm round. Now, we sell our rounds in packs of 50 at the current time, and one pack of each color will be more than enough to make a bracelet. You can make it as small as a 6 or a 6.5 and up to a size 7.25. And it's stretchy, so anybody pretty much should be able to wear it. You're also going to need some 0.5mm stretch magic, or if you have some other kind of 0.5mm stretch cord, that will be fine. And I'm going to be using two big eye needles to do the project with. Now, I think it's kind of important to let you know before we actually get started. When I first started doing these videos, I started out just doing it as a hobby, and that was it. I was doing maybe one video every couple of weeks. It wasn't every week like I do now. And basically my purpose when I started making those videos was so that I could teach a few of my friends how to bead. And then I've been blown away at the magnitude of new subscribers and people who comment and people who watch these videos and people who enjoy these videos. The biggest thing that I need you guys to understand is that me and my husband Sammy are the only two people who run our business. We have a retail store in the town of Forest City, and we have the online business. I do the videos. Sammy is the one who edits the videos and put these online. If you guys contact me through email or through the website or through some other method, please do not get upset if I don't email you right back within 5 minutes or even that day. Here lately, it's the summer. We're really busy right now. There's a lot of things going on with different things and different aspects of the business. So if I don't email you immediately back, it's not because I don't like you or because I don't think your question's not important or, I just want to ignore you. It's just the fact that at that present time, I just don't have the time to get right back to you. But I promise within, a day or even a week, I will get back to you and answer any question that you have. And I do not mind helping you guys. So please just understand that. Please be patient with us. I've had some people who emailed and have said, your older videos aren't as good. We can't see as good. Can you redo those videos? Eventually, I hope to be able to do that for some of the videos, but at this point, I'm doing all I can to keep up with what we're currently doing. We learn something new for every video that we do. Our older videos didn't have any of the materials list like they do now, but each time we learn something different, and each video, we improve ourselves. We're still not to where we need to be, but it's not because we're not trying. We are. It's just that there's so much going on. There's only so much that two people can do when running a business. People think, well, you've got a big staff of people, but we don't. It's just me and Sammy. So, guys, please be patient. If you call, if you email, anything, I promise we will get back to you and we will do what we can to help you. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get your materials together and we'll get started. So here's the bracelet I'm going to teach you in today's video. I did 3 color samples for the kits this week. This one is the jet and the chalk white. This one is opal turquoise and chalk white. And then this one is smoked opal with bronze. Now, these are really, really easy to make. You're going to be really surprised. And they just slide right onto your wrist. No need for a clasp or anything like that. And they're just a lot of fun to work with. So basically, I'm going to start out with a big eye needle onto each end of 2 yards of 0.5mm stretch magic. I'm going to pick this chalk white to be my color A, and the smoked opal to be my color B. Now, when you do this, you will want to keep them in order so that way you'll know. So on one needle, I'm going to start. I want to pick up 2 color A's and 1 color B. And I'm going to let those fall onto my thread. And then on one needle, I'm going to pick up 1 color B, and I'm going to cross my needles opposite ways through the color B. And I'm going to bring those down to the center of the thread so that they form a circle just like this. Okay, on this needle here, I'm going to pick up 1 color B. On this needle here, I'm going to pick up 1 color A. I'm going to let those fall. On one needle, I'm going to pick up 1 color A, and I'm going to cross my needles opposite ways through this one bead. So that when you pull it, this is what you will have. And you can already see the start of the diagonal here with the smoked opal. Now, to me, I'm going to continue to show you for a couple of stitches what color goes where. But to me, this is the best way to figure this out. You look on the outside here. I have white, I have green, and the next one will be white. On this side, I have green, I have white, so the next one will be green. And then here in the center, I have white, green, white, so the center will be green. And you'll be able to see the pattern more as you look at it, and you won't even be able to you won't even really have to think about it. It'll just come second nature to you. So on this needle here, I'm going to pick up my color A, because it's my white. It'll be next in line. This needle here, we'll pick up a color B because I've got green, white, so I need green now. I'm going to let those beads fall onto my thread. And then I've got white, green, white. So that tells me I'm going to pick up a color B, which is my green, and I'm going to cross my needles opposite ways through that one bead. So that now you can see a diagonal row of white. This needle here is going to pick up a B, which is a green, because I have white, green, white, so now it's green. This needle here is going to pick up a white, because I have green, white, green. So white, which is my color A, is the next one to pick up. I'm going to let those fall. Okay, here in the center, I have white, green, green. So my next one I'm going to pick up is going to be white. That's going to be my color A. Each time, you're just picking up the opposite color of what you picked up beforehand. Now, when you actually get to doing this, what I did was in the kits we give you a solid 2 yards of thread, and I like to work with a solid 2 yards so that way I know that I won't have to add any thread on when I finish, or halfway through the project. If you don't feel comfortable working with 2 yards of your stretch cord, then just use what you can, tie it off, and start your new thread. Okay, this needle here is going to pick up a white, which is my color A. This needle here is going to pick up a green, which is my color B. Because I have green, white, now it'll be green. I have white, green, now it's white. Okay, I'm going to let those beads fall into my thread. Okay, I have white, green, white, so my next one's going to be green, which is my color B. Cross opposite ways through that one bead. So that this is what you have so far. Now I'm going to do this one more time to show you. You're going to need, this side is going to be a color B, which is a green. This side is going to be a white, which is my color A. And then for the center, I've got green, white, green. So my next one's going to be white, which is my color A. And I'm going to cross my needles opposite ways through that one bead. Now some of your beads that you work with, these white ones, I just got these back in stock this week, and the hole actually seems just a little bit tighter to get through. So that's why I'm having to use the 0.5 Stretch Magic. So, you know, if it's a little tight to get through, don't worry. Just be patient with it and you'll pull it through. So, this is what you have so far. Now, you want to continue doing the pattern until you reach the length of the bracelet. Now, so that you know, you'll need even numbers of boxes. So, when I say a box, this is a box here, these 4 beads. This is a box here, the next 4 beads. So far I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total boxes so far. You're going to need even numbers of beads to make the diagonals look right. So for a 6.5 inch bracelet, you're going to need 15 total boxes before we finish connecting it. So you'll need 15 of these for this step. For a 7-inch bracelet, you're going to need 17 of these boxes. And for a 7.5, you will need 19 boxes. Now, just know that for the 7.5 bracelet, you will use all of your beads that you have. So continue either doing the 15, the 17, or the 19 total boxes, and then I will show you how to connect the end. So I'm going to make a 7-inch bracelet, so I needed 17 total boxes. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 boxes. Now, I went ahead on each needle and I've picked up my next color. So on this needle it's green, on this one it is white. And I'm ready to connect my start to my finish. So to do that, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take this end that I just finished and I'm going to fold it over to the beginning here. And all I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to cross my needles. Here's where I'm ending. I'm going to cross my needles opposite ways through the bead here on the very end, so the other end that I started with. So I'm going to take this needle, the one coming out this way, and I'm going to go in this direction, going opposite ways. And then this needle here goes through it going this direction. Okay, so just opposite ways. These white ones, I've not had any problem until I use these white ones here. They seem to have a little bit of a smaller hole, like I said. So if you need to, you may want to actually get you a pair of flat nose pliers to keep with you, so you can pull it nice and heavy through it. Okay, now, if you look, I have one solid circle now of the beads. So, if you wanted to stop here, you could stop and just tie off your thread and you would be done. And you would have some beautiful diagonals. But to do the second part, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the needle that's coming out in this direction and I'm going to go right through the green bead, right below where I'm coming out. The other needle, which is this one here, is going to go, it's exiting out of this white. It's going to come through the next white right below it, through the green, and then through the green my other needle is exiting. So I'm going to come through the white, through the green, and then through the green my other needle is exiting. So that both threads are coming out opposite sides of the same bead. So I'm going to take the thread, this one here, and I'm going to pick up and the easiest way to tell what you're going to pick up before I actually tell you is to look at your colors. If you see here, the next bead that I need in my diagonal is a green. And then here would be a white to finish out. But saying that, I'm going to pick up one color B, which is my green, and one color A, which is my white. So one B and one A, and let them fall. With the other needle, this one here, I'm going to pick up one A, and I'm going to cross my needles opposite ways through that one A. So that when you pull, now you have a diagonal and a diagonal. So you can see how nice and wide that color sequence is going to be. To get into position for the next circle, the thread that is exiting out here to the inside is going to go down through the very next bead in the circle, which is going to be this white one here. So I'm just going to take the needle and come down through that one white. Okay. This needle here along the outer edge, this one here, is going to pick up one color B, one B, and I'm going to let that bead fall. With the needle that I come through here, I'm going to pick up one B, and I'm going to cross my needles opposite ways through that one bead. So that now I have my next complete diagonal. The needle coming out towards the inside is going to come down through the very next bead, which is a green. I'm going to come right down through it, or up through it the way you're seeing it. Okay, now this is the fun thing about the remainder of the piece. You're going to be picking up the same color with each needle at this point. This first one was a B and an A, and then we crossed through an A. The second circle here was a B and a B. So the third circle is going to be an A and an A. So this outside here picks up an A. Inside picks up an A. And I'm going to cross my needles opposite ways through the needle that the thread is coming out here of the first section. So cross opposite ways through that one. If you're exiting out on the side, you've crossed through the wrong bead, and that's all you've done. Just back it back out and cross it through the right bead. So I had an A and an A. The needle coming out towards the inside is going to come through the next bead here. I'm going to pull that. Okay. This outside thread here is going to pick up a B. Inside thread is going to pick up a B, and you're going to cross your needles opposite ways through the one on that inside. so that when you pull, now you have the next diagonal. Inside thread goes through the next bead here on the inside. Outside needle, which is this one, picks up an A. Inside needle, which is this one, picks up an A. And you're going to cross your needles opposite ways through the color A that you picked up here on the inside thread. Inside needle goes down through the next bead. Outside needle here picks up a color B. Inside needle, which is this needle here, picks up a B. And we're going to cross our needles opposite ways through the one here on the inside. Inside needle goes through the next bead here on the inside. And you're going to continue doing this until you've gone all the way around, and you'll have one little bead left here that you need to add when you get ready to finish, and I'll show you how to do that. I've gone all the way around adding my second row, and now I'm to the end here, and you can see there only needs to be one bead added. So I'm going to take the needle here on the outside. I'm going to pick up a color B because that's the color that I need to finish out the diagonal. I'm going to come through the color B right here below where I'm coming out, so that way it'll finish out the actual edge of the piece, so that now I have a complete piece. Then I'm going to take the same needle and I'm going to come up through one bead, so I'm going to come through this white bead here so that both my threads will be coming out next to each other. Now once I have that, I'm going to take both needles and I'm going to tie those threads into a couple of really good knots. Now once you have your knots in there, go ahead and trim your tails, and now you have a beautiful bracelet that is 7 inches and is stretchy, so that way pretty much anybody can wear the bracelet. Now remember, for a 6.5 bracelet you need 15 boxes before you connect. For a 7-inch bracelet you need 17 boxes. And for a 7.5 bracelet, you need 19 boxes before you connect here on the end. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you liked learning how to make an easy stretch bracelet that will be wonderful for anybody who has a problem with clasp or has a job to where they can't really have, thick bracelets or things that dangle off their bracelets. So we do have the 3 color kits available on our Etsy site. They are $12 for the kit. They contain the 2 colors of beads, your needles, some stretch cord, and a printed pattern for the project. Now, if you buy the kit or you buy the pattern online, you're going to receive a graph, and the graph actually has a diagonal bracelet on there, so that way if you want to make your own color schemes or you want to do something different, you can. And then I've also included 2 other graphs. One is shows you how to do flowers, flower shapes on the stretch bracelet, and one shows you how to do a neat like zigzag on the bracelet. So it's a lot of fun to do, but if you buy the kit or you buy the pattern online, you'll get that graph with those. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you again next week for another fun beading project. You guys have a wonderful week. We'll see you later.